Welcome back guys. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is now available on PC platform. In this video, I'll be testing the PC Gamepass version of the game on my Rog Ally running on Windows 11. I have the set one extreme variant of this device. On Steam Store, this game is priced at around $70 US. In India, the game is priced at around Rs 5,000. Bethesda has not followed WAL's recommended regional pricing for India. Otherwise, the game would have been priced at around Rs 2,800. It's an action-adventure game based on Indiana Jones franchise and features an original narrative that draws from the film series. Set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, the story follows archaeologist Indiana Jones in 1937 as he attempts to stop various groups who are seeking to harness a power connected to the Great Circle, which refers to mysterious sites around the world that form a perfect circle when connected together on a map. The game features many real-world locations. Now before jumping into the gameplay, I would like to thank keymailer and Xbox for providing me with a free monthly subscription of PC Gamepass. This subscription gives us access to hundreds of games. We can play these games for as long as we want until our subscription expires. Games from first-party Microsoft studios and even third-party studios are included with PC Gamepass subscription. Even EA Play membership is included. You also get a small discount on some games being sold on Microsoft Store. In India, Microsoft Store even supports UPI mode of payment. AMD has released the new GPU driver optimized for this game, Adrenaline version 24.12.1. I have installed it on my Rog Ally. This is the driver's update log. Added support for the following games: Marvel Rivals, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, Dragon Age the Veilguard, Slitterhead, Delta Force, Stalker 2, and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. In order to download the GPU driver, just click on this blue link under installation package section. Adrenaline software, current version 24.12.1, released on 27 November 2024 for the PC Gamepass version of the game. The game's profile did not pop up automatically in Adrenaline software. I even tried adding the game's exe file to Adrenaline manually. It did not work. Due to this reason, I was not able to enable AFMF2, AMD's driver level implementation of frame generation. Instead of using AFMF2, I'll be using LSFG. It's included with a paid application called Lossless Scaling. It sells on Steam Store for around $7 US. Universal frame generator. LSFG settings. Using version 2.3. Mode X2. It will try to double the FPS. Not using any of lossless scaling subscaling algorithms. Resolution scale 100%. Performance mode enabled. Clip cursor setting enabled. Sync mode default. Maximum latency 1. Raw FPS setting enabled. Capture API, DXGI. Ally running on Windows 11 23H2 build. Settings. Start as administrator setting enable. Hotkey for enabling LSFG. Control Alt and S. Let's minimize it. First I'll run the game without it. I have already done my testing. Now this game does not support FSR or XeSS upscaler. It only supports DLSS upscaler. Even supports DLSS frame generation. Unfortunately, the game does not support DirectX 12 API, supports Vulkan API only. This means we won't be able to use any FSR frame generation mod. The game is very demanding on the GPU, but it's actually playable on Ally. FPS is very variable. It depends on the area. In some sections, FPS is within a range of 30 to 40, while in other sections, FPS stays within a range of 50 to 60. Now the problem is, in areas where FPS is on the higher side, when we engage in combat, FPS suddenly drops into the mid-30s. This leads to a very jarring experience. So on Rog Ally, I would recommend capping the FPS at 30 in order to get a very stable experience in this game. You can cap the FPS at 30 using RTSS. I'll show you all of this stuff in this video. I've set the UMA buffer size to 6 GB while I'm running on BIOS version 4.4.1 using a 30 watts manual profile. All three values set at 30 watts. 720p resolution CPU boost disable. Connected Mac GUI Kit KK3 Max gamepad to Ally via Bluetooth mode. Start the game. Using a custom Afterburner overlay to show you the performance metrics. Frame tracing graph. API used by the game Vulkan. Display mode borderless windowed. Very important for using LSFG. Resolution 720p. VSync off. FPS limit 1000. Motion blur, chromatic aberration and film grain disabled. Sharpening 50%, depth of field and depth of field anti-aliasing enabled. Using the low preset, with the low preset VRAM usage will be around 6.3 GB on Ally. UMA buffer size setting of 6 GB will be fine. UMA usage will be around 5.9 GB. Vegetation animation quality set to medium. Resolution scaling set to static. Resolution scale set to 80%. Don't have access to FSR or XSS upscaler. Game does not support them. That's it. I'll be testing the game in 3 areas. The opening sequence takes place in Peru. Thick foliage here. Real-time gameplay just like that. Play the game from a first-person perspective. Yeah, you can see we are hitting the GPU bottleneck, and FPS is within a range of 35 to 40. It's variable. See, 32 to 35. This is why it's better to just cap the FPS at 30. Image quality is looking decent, not bad. It's not blurry. Game has stunning visuals, even on low preset, as you can see. Just waiting for the team. I just start sprinting. Forget about them. Clear path. We'll be solving many puzzles in this game. Not an open world game. Skip the cutscene. I'm looking for a temple. Blood temple. Journey continues. Book. Go this way. Reverse stream. FPS never drops below 30. If you own the Steam version of the game, just enable AFMF2. Should boost the FPS to around 50 to 60. Should help in reducing the choppiness. My teammates are not even helping me. Now we are in an indoor area. Here FPS is around 60. See, game is running so smoothly. But when I engage in combat, FPS will suddenly drop into the mid 30s. Leading into a very jarring experience. Show you some combat. Fight against that creepy guy. Cutscene. Skip it. Keep an eye on the FPS counter. Yeah, FPS suddenly dropped from 57 to 37. Look at the frame pacing graph, so erratic. Observing the stuttering.
This is a museum. Careful.
Oh my god, this guy is after me. 33 FPS. Skip the cutscene. It's the daytime. Yeah, FPS is around 60. Show you one more problem. Just swing my weapon. Keep an eye on the FPS counter. Yeah, FPS suddenly dropped from 60 to 44. You can see the erratic frame pacing graph. Oh my god. I'll just cap the FPS at 30 to solve this problem.
Thieves don't usually make appointments.
We'll be using RTSS to cap the FPS at 30. Back to the game. Yeah, now the game is running at 30 FPS. Look at that frame pacing graph. Absolutely flat. And I'll swing my weapon. Keep an eye on the FPS counter. Frame pacing graph. Rock solid performance now. I'll load another demanding area. Vatican City. Area loaded up. This place is populated by a lot of non-playable characters. We'll be getting a rock solid 30 FPS. I'll engage in combat here. Oh my god, took out that guy.
That's close enough.
Oh hell, breaking loose. Oh, they're after me. Can parry attacks, just need to press the L1 key right before enemy's punch lands, like this. I'm not going to survive, I'm just running around. Stress the processor. Now I'll be playing through the same sequence with LSFG enabled. Pressed its hotkey, yeah, it's working. You can observe the added amount of smoothness. FPS increased from 30 to 60, but I'm also seeing some graphical artifacts. Our equipped item is flickering aggressively. HUD elements are not flickering though. This is why I recommend using AFMF2 instead of LSFG on Rog Ally, especially in games running at lower FPS values like 30. Input delay is not a problem. Performance gains are just amazing with LSFG. Bonk that guy. Broke my cane. It's a shame that this game does not support FSR 3. FSR frame generation support would have been amazing. Game does support DLSS frame generation. I really hope FSR frame generation support will be added to the game soon. So that's it for the video guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.